right, you've had a little bit of time to work with your new group here in training camp. What have you learned in this brief time about this squad?
Well, you know, that intensity that was there the first 5 or 6 days is still there. I think some people are starting to slow down a little bit and play the game and maybe separate themselves. And a lot of times people think about separation on the offensive end of the floor, but for me it's also defensively, how fast they're picking up things, how well they're playing together. And I've been pleased. I mean, I could go down the line in terms of, all the rookies, and they played well. They've definitely had more positive practices than bad. I think that initial, oh my God, has sort of disappeared. But, you're seeing Sylvia get a lot more comfortable. The usual suspects have relaxed and just letting their game take over.
Yeah. If you had to have a starting lineup right now, do you have that in mind?
Tisha hadn't practiced the last couple of days. She had a little, I held her out just to let her rest a little bit. But, Syl's there, Ruth has been there, Swin, Piff, and neither Sloot or Tisha.
Okay.
Kind of emerged, just looking at stats and evaluating practices. That's how it's been.
Some of the girls, like Tamara, provide some of the dirty work, right? Don't maybe get the sexy stats, but they're people that you need. Is that something you've emphasized with your entire team?
Of course, and T. Young just arrived. She hadn't even practiced, so she's not really in the fold. Shay Murphy's only been here 3 practices, and she was incredible yesterday. So that name would be in that mix as well. But, I'm glad you mentioned that, not having the sexy stats but for a team and the coaching staff, oh my gosh, it's a beautiful thing. Our coaches are charting defensive categories every day, and it gives us a sense of who we can have in there at crucial times. I love that part of the game, and that player will always have a spot for me.
And we've got a preseason game Thursday night. What are you looking for in that game?
I'm looking to see how well they can put together things. We've thrown a lot at them, and see how fast you're going to think the game, some from timeout to huddle, the intricacies. I mean, obviously, the chemistry needs to work itself out. It'll probably be an ugly game for both teams, but I'll get to see some separation of players, but also who's going to emerge as that leader. Once they leave the bench, it's not my team. It's either Sloots, Tisha's, one of the point guards, one of the rookies. So it'll give me an indication of who's going to emerge, which is going to help us in crucial games.
How is the Olympic schedule affecting the WNBA and your players who are participating?
Well, we'll have 2 missing, which I'm ecstatic about. I think that bodes well for all their hard work over the years. I think it's going to help us. This is my first go-around with a break in the middle of the season, but it's part of it. You've prepared for it. I think for us, it'll give other players an opportunity to step in there. We'll schedule some scrimmage games against maybe Indiana or someone else, so they can get some quality minutes against a quality opponents and not lose anything. But honestly, and maybe this being overseas, and I think it could be a nice break in terms of mental break, not just physical. We can take care of the physical. We have great trainers, great facilities, doctors. We know when to take days off, but just a mental break where those players can work on their individual games without the pressure, back-to-back traveling. I think we can turn it into a positive thing because the Olympics is positive. I mean, it's the highest level. You're on the world stage. We'll get new fans because of it, so I think it can be a positive thing.
And then finally, some of the veterans like a Ruth Riley, how do you see her fitting in and helping out?
The key word is veteran. The key word is she's won championships. Key word is understanding how to play alongside of Sylvia. That veteran that's in your ear all the time. I think her experience can help Sylvia in a way that myself or maybe the staff can't. Maybe in the locker room at halftime before we come in there. Those players that give reminders, we leave the huddle, we go out to the game, and they're giving Sil reminders about a certain play or a player. It takes pressure off your best player. And I think that comfort will allow her to keep elevating her game.
Terrific. Thanks, Coach. Good luck again.
Appreciate it.